I'm not sure if YouTube, is live properly, but let me know if you do see it. If you do, then it's great. If not, then I will need to... I wanted to do a poll here. Oh yeah. MMORPG. And yeah, so I've got a poll running now, and then also, just want to say, yeah, let's redo the introduction again. Welcome to day 33 of 365 days of live streaming. Today we are talking about Ashes of Creation and some new developments that have occurred in that. Not really new, but just some more color to the information that we've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go over that. So I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to pull up what I've got here. So let's see. Let me see here. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I don't know why it's not showing. Now it's like really glitched out. I don't know what happened. Everything's glitching out for me. Nothing seems to be working. Lord of the Rings Online just crashed. There we go. Okay, that's giving me issues. So just bear with me here. I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm just gonna close Lord of the Rings Online quickly. Close. There we go. Now that should work. And start. Should be up again. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Please let me know if it's working. I think my OBS crashed at the same time as Lord of the Rings Online crashed. But just wanted to touch on this stuff before we get into Lord of the Rings Online, and then talk to everyone that comes in after the fact. Everything look good now? Should be, I think. Okay. This is third time's the charm. Let's see if it works. It looks like it's still lagging. I don't know why. All right, we are back. I think everything should be good now. It looks like the stream is working. I don't see any lag. I'm hoping this has fixed it. Let's take a look. Please let me know if there's any issues. It should be good now. I'm gonna pull up the browsers. Oh yeah, I can hear myself. My phone still has YouTube open, so it's working. Okay, great. All right, so let's dive into what we've learned additionally with some new posts that people have made. So I'm going to pull those up for Ashes of Creation. Then we'll go into Lord of the Rings and just chat about Ashes of Creation and MMORPGs in general as we play. So that's going to be the stream today, guys. And I'm going to pull up the browser source here. Here, let's put. No, this is not the right one. This is this wrong thing. What the? This is not what I wanted. Okay, just give me a sec. I'm gonna pull it up. Because I had to delete my other one because it wouldn't work. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this one. There we go. All right, there we are. And I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so this is what I wanted to discuss, which is the latest that we've got. Somebody, or actually I shouldn't say somebody, Beautiful Park 5427 posted that Stephen Sharif's board takeover story is 100% fabricated. So let's see what the evidence is here. Again, like I mentioned yesterday, we should be taking all of this information coming out with a grain of salt until we get like the discovery and so on, because it looks like there's going to be a lawsuit, possibly even filed by Sharif himself, against quote unquote the board holder or the board in relation to what happened. So, and he has said that he thinks that whatever comes from that suit will be vindicating him. So that's what we're looking to see in the future. But as of right now, let's go over this. The Intrepid Studios implosion is fresh. Layoffs hit today, which was yesterday, or actually today, February 2nd. And Stephen Sharif's resignation post is still circulating. But let's cut through the spin. His claim that he lost control to a mysterious board, and again, yesterday we did see papers that do show the board as being him. So nobody really knows who this other board could be and how they, or when they were added to the board, because there's no filing that anybody's found yet showing anyone else on the board. That force unethical decisions is an absolute undeniable lie. Okay, so this is very very aggressive wording. When somebody says something like this, I tend to, take it with a grain of salt, mainly because nobody can be certain about this. At least I don't think anyone can be certain about this unless they have some information that no one else has. So let's see what they've got. His claim that he lost control to a this is not opinion. It is contradicted by public. Okay, so the public records they're referring to are the ones that we did see, which show him as the only member of the board, his own past statements, and hard evidence showing he quietly protected his personal assets months before the so-called sudden resignation. There was no board that took control. Sharif was the board. California Secretary of State filings list Stephen Sharif as the sole director, CEO, and secretary of Intrepid Studios. No other board members are named. December 30th, 2025 filing still shows Sharif in full control. His husband, John Moore, is listed only as CFO, not as a director or board member. Sharif stated repeatedly over the years, including in 2020 interviews, that there was no board. He was the sole owner, and there were no investors dictating terms. Then suddenly in 2026, a board appears out of nowhere to take the blame. This is not possible. This is deflection, nothing more. His resignation statement is fiction. From Sharif's January 31st, 2026 Discord post, if he was, they were trying to link it, it looks like. If he was the only board member, who exactly shifted control and directed actions? Himself? This narrative collapses instantly when you look at the documents. Communities across Reddit, MMORPG forums, and massively OP have already pointed out that this is pure spin designed to dodge responsibility for running the studio into insolvency. The November 2025 house transfer proves premeditation. Yeah. I mean, this is a big one. This is a big smoking gun. It's pretty blatant. In late November 2025, Sharif transferred sold his $5.5 million San Diego home at this address. I don't know why they would put the address down. I feel like that's a little doxy, if you ask me, to an LLC tied to his husband, John Moore, or directly involving him. Property records and community research confirm this, but then again, I think his business address is listed as a home as well, if I'm not mistaken. this was not a normal sale. This is a classic asset protection move to shield personal wealth ahead of creditors or lawsuits. Now look at the timing. November 2025, house transferred. December 11, 2025, rushed Alpha 2 Steam early access launch, widely viewed as a loophole to avoid Kickstarter refund obligations. January 31st, 2026, Sharif resigns. February 2nd, 2026, mass Warren Act layoffs, around 250 employees gone. Warren Act, by the way, I did look this up yesterday. Basically, it's an act that allows you to give 60-day written notice to employees unless the company can no longer work. And John, you're saying this whole post sounds dumb / wrong. Why is that? Sorry, I'm still trying to piece everything together, so I'm not sure why this would be dumb or wrong. So this is the Warren Act, basically. It goes into what you can and can't do and when you issue these notices. Please let me know why. Because I'm curious. I kind of want to know what's going on. Because it does sound like there is... Oh, like if you're publicly, or if you incorporate, you need to list your board members. Like you have to list them on your, I think it's called the Articles of Incorporation. Like you have to list who your board members are, and that's publicly available information for even like private firms. Well, the thing, okay, it's not about selling your home. It's the fact that it was sold to an LLC in his husband's, like under his husband's control. So that's the weird part of it. It's not that it was sold. It's that it was sold to a limited liability corporation that his husband controls. That's why I think they're saying that this was designed to avoid liability. And the timing of the sale is also what they're referring to as suspect here, because it was sold right before the launch on Steam. And then the thing is, it wasn't even sold to anyone else. It was sold to his husband, basically, at the end of the day. It was just like a transfer of title. There's no way money actually changed hands. Or maybe his husband had some funds that they needed to, I don't know. But something there sounds fishy. The fact that it's an LLC tied to his husband. I don't know how verifiable this is, but a lot of people have been saying this, that there's an LLC tied to his husband that the house was sold to. Ask yourself this: why move a multi-million-dollar asset in November unless you knew financial collapse was coming? Unpaid vendors. This is the other aspect. Like they were even not paying tax. And Intrepid Studios was actually not supposed to be functioning because they were in contravention of like a lot of state laws, so they couldn't even work as like a corporation. Really, they had to fix all that stuff too. So it seems like it was run really badly. At least that's what I found out yesterday. Like reading through all the stuff yesterday, it seemed like Stephen Sharif was lying about a lot of stuff from the get-go, because I don't know if you knew this, but there is information out there that shows that there were investors in Intrepid Studios even before the Kickstarter happened. And in the Kickstarter and even after the Kickstarter, he kept saying that no outside investors were involved in the project and he was funding it with his own money. So that was a blatant lie. So a lot of this other stuff, I think, probably has some truth to it. Unpaid vendors, cloud lawsuits. Yeah, there were a lot of SATA systems were owed a lot of money because they weren't being paid. Okay, so the thing then is like, so the question then I would ask you then is, why would you tell everyone that you're funding it yourself? Like, why would you tell them that there's no outside funding, because if there's a board, chances are there's an outside funding, like, or there's someone else involved. The other aspect of this is, okay, so this is the interesting part, John. Like, you remember how I just mentioned that there was someone else who invested in Intrepid Studios even before the Kickstarter? So that entity, they put in $1 million, and this is like all filings that people have found, that we went over yesterday in yesterday's stream. So they invested $1 million into the company. Yeah, I agree. But the thing is, they never disclosed it even to like the articles through their articles of incorporation, or even they never updated their articles to show that there was a board. They only kept it as just himself. So that again shows that Steven didn't really know how to. Oh no, that I completely understand. I feel okay. So I'm with you on this. I think there probably is a board, but the fact that they never filed that with the state shows that he doesn't really know how to run a business. Do you know what I mean? Because generally speaking, when you add board members or you change your articles of incorporation or you change anything related to your business, I think you do have to do filings in relation to those things. Like, you can't just do random stuff. You have to file. And I don't think he filed any of that stuff. I've never run a business, so I don't know. But my guess is if you incorporate, you have to keep it up to date. You have to let the state know what's going on. And you have to keep it, you have to keep records of meetings and minutes and all that other stuff. And the fact that none of that stuff exists, none of that stuff has been shared with it. Like, well, now I think it will come out once the bankruptcy happens, which is basically what's happened. But I still think the fact that none of that stuff was filed just shows how bad Stephen Sharif was running Intrepid Studios, or how poorly, I should say, he was running it. I think it's a combination of two things. One, he was definitely misleading the public. That's one, based off of what I've seen so far. And then two, I don't think he knew how to run the business. And I think the board kind of got fed up with him at a certain point, and they were just like, we need you out, and they fired him. I know, I would love to see their finances too. I want to see what happened, because it seems like a lot of mismanagement happened, because you don't lose that much money for nothing. Like, it doesn't make sense. And that's the other aspect that I was going to touch on. The creditors who initially financed Intrepid Studios to the tune of $1 million, and then additional, they basically financed it for $2 million. They weren't paid interest on their loan. So he raised $3 million through Kickstarter. Let's say with fees and everything included, it was like $2.5 million. Why not just pay off the loan? And the terms of that loan allowed them to get common stock if they were not paid their interest and they were not paid their loan back in time. And then eventually it was actually, I think it was adjusted so they would get preferred shares rather than common stock. And they ended up having 9.7% of the company's control of 9.7% of the company. I'm assuming they were definitely on the board. Like, whoever controlled that was on the board. I wouldn't be surprised if that other individual that they mentioned was on the board, that lady who was also part of an MLM. I can't remember now off the top of my head. And they were filing to the courts to ask and get access to the financials as well. But at one point, I think that company, that other company, the one that financed it for $2 million, they basically withdrew their suit without prejudice. And that likely tells me that Sharif showed them the financials or paid off the loan, one or the other. I don't know exactly what happened, but we'll find out when all of this comes to light. There's a lot of speculation on what possibly could have happened, but it seems like a lot of mismanagement happened. That I can definitely state with certainty. The company was not run well. I can guarantee that. Actually, I shouldn't say guarantee. You never know for sure. Anything is possible. I will not guarantee it. Based off what I've seen, it looks like it was not managed well. So he was not blindsided. He was preparing his exit while publicly insisting everything was fine. The real timeline: years of unpaid bills, cloud services, payroll, taxes, vendor lawsuits. 2024. Oh, so this is the company. Yeah, Trust. 9.7% stake. Sues for financial access. November 2025. House transferred to asset shielding. December 2025. Unfinished game rushed to Steam. Technically launch. I disagree with this statement because looking at the way it's written on the Ashes of Creation website, what the port over to Steam meant, they keep calling everyone testers. They keep referring to them as additional testers. They keep referring to it as an alpha. They keep referring to it as an unfinished game. So I don't know if a class action happens. I don't know if launch would hold. There's a lot of language on the website that kind of contradicts that it was a full-fledged launch. January 2026, more lean surface, including Karen Baryanko. This is the other lady that was invested. Leadership exits. Sorry. January 31st, 2026, Sharif resigns and blames a fictional board. This is the one that I think we can probably agree that is likely not true. It's probably a board. They just never disclosed it to anyone. They never filed the proper paperwork to show that there was a board. February 2nd, 2026, studio effectively collapses via mass layoffs. Ashes of Creation remains in alpha after 9 years and 3.27 million raised on Kickstarter. Backers were stung along, employees were left hanging, studio is finished. Conclusion: Steven Sharif did not lose control to a board. He was the board. Possibly, the other thing is, okay, this is the other aspect of this. He says they were doing unethical, or they wanted him to do unethical things. I would argue that he was doing unethical things from the get-go. He has a fiduciary responsibility to anyone who backed him on Kickstarter and the company on Kickstarter to not mess with the funds and use the funds appropriately and use them with care. And clearly that didn't happen. And additionally, anything that they earned through the store, again, they should have been doing better with that. Obviously, that is less so a fiduciary responsibility because they're not funding the project, or they're not giving you money to fund the project. Even though that's technically why people would purchase stuff, that's more of a transaction. So that's less so. But I think the Kickstarter one is more of a fiduciary responsibility. And he ran the company into insolvency. He moved personal assets months in advance. He resigned with a false narrative to protect himself. The house transfer is not a coincidence. It is proof of foreknowledge and self-preservation. If you're a backer, former employee, or anyone who follows this project, do not buy the spin. Demand answers, pursue refunds where possible, share the facts. TLDR, no board exists beyond Sharif. I think this might be like you said, it's a faulty conclusion. I think it's possible that there is a board. We don't know for sure yet. Wow, this guy. Of course, there's one to make that comment, right? He didn't know this. Oh, I thought he said he didn't know this either. Hi, ChatGPT. This does seem like ChatGPT. I agree. I was thinking that when this statement, right here, this statement was okay, is this written by ChatGPT or Gemini or one of the other LLM models? So I'm not, as soon as I saw that. And then also the numbers, the way it's structured, it's pretty obvious that they just pulled this from there. And this is probably their thing. They added this in. But most of this sounds like it's pulled straight from a LLM. And then let's take a look at this. Steam is now offering refunds, which is awesome. Or sorry, let me rephrase that. Steam has been offering refunds this entire time. And they've now removed the buy button. I was pretty annoyed about this yesterday when I looked and it was still available for sale on Steam. So let's take a look at Steam. So now when you go to Ashes of Creation, I have Steam installed. Mostly negative, and you can no longer purchase it, which is awesome. So Steam's already on top of it. it's probably only a matter of time before they issue just mass refunds and just get rid of the game. That's my guess. And that's basically the new stuff. That's all that I could find in terms of any new information, um, other than like the newer videos that have gone up. One from Josh Strife Hayes, and I don't think Kira's made a follow up yet. But that's the only new information. The game looks so polished. It just sucks that the only thing they worked on was the CGI. Because this makes it look like it's ready to go, but this is all they really had. And like I think there was only one area that you could play, and it wasn't much. So that's Ashes of Creation for you. Hopefully, somebody buys it up pennies on the dollar and makes it work. I wonder what the process for that would be, but we'll see. And now, feel free to discuss it, guys. I am definitely open to chatting about it. If you found anything new, I would love to look at it. Let's go back to Ashes of Creation, see if there's anything new that I can see as of late. You wouldn't even buy it, even if somebody else took it over. And I guess that's true. Like, it's probably like messy code too. Who knows? Who knows what kind of state it's in? I'm quickly gonna take a look at the new stuff. So this is someone thinking like along the same lines as me. So if Ashes was expensive, could no one downscale the project? Did you play it actually, John? Might as well pay your own game development instead of something just jank. Was it that janky? I never. So like the thing with me was I was thinking about joining the pre or alpha 2, and then I was like $200 is too steep. I don't think I want to play something as unfinished as this for $200 when I've got a lifetime membership for Lord of the Rings Online for $200. No, I hate Watchdog. Oh my god. I'm glad you have the mental acuity to realize that it was just hate watching it. That's funny. What is this statement? Like the haters share a portion of the blame? The shot Florida was worth it. That's hilarious. Okay. I was just seeing it from afar and I was like, is this going to be a train wreck? It looks like it might be headed that way. As soon as, okay, so for me personally, my thinking was he's trying to remodel this campaign after Star Citizen, and it looks like he failed at it because he doesn't know how to manage a company. I think he could have probably run this for like another 20 years. This plan to just keep releasing content and have scope creep and feature creep and just keep people strung along, get them to pay the monthly fee like Star Citizen has done, to back the project to no end. But clearly he failed at it. Luckily he failed at it, I should say, not clearly, because I think that was his end goal, because a lot of it was very similar to how Star Citizen happened. That being said, I should say Star Citizen is a completely different entity. It's actually playable. It's a game. It's not, anywhere near as janky as Ashes of Creation. They have actual physics working on the ships. The ships actually are what they told everyone they would be, which is very not customizable, but very custom, and literally every part of it works inside the ship, outside the ship. You can walk around while flying. They have the tech. They've built the tech, so they've done a lot of what they said they would. But this take is really, really bad, I think. Why should haters share a portion of the blame? They were trying to warn you. We are talking about people that constantly derided us, spoke untruths about the game, and spread it. They did this for years. They wanted a failure, and they manifested it. I disagree with this. They didn't want a failure. They were just saying that this looks like a scam. I think that was the prevailing sentiment for people who were haters of the game. Sales didn't exactly disappear on their own. They were quietly strangled by the constant stream of discouragement. Look at the YouTuber, you know who I mean, that spread false truths about development. People took it and ran, and now they want to act like he is some sort of hero. But sure, let's pretend that kind of energy has no impact at all. I don't know. I feel like this is a bad take. You can't be like, people finish the project. At the end of the day, if the project was going to survive, it was going to be on the back of the team and the management. And they clearly didn't know what they were doing, it looks like. This is a pointless post as well. Gaben's pretty good about this. I'm pretty sure everyone will get a refund. I'd be very surprised if Steam didn't issue a refund to everybody. What the heck is this? Hope these 5 guys get refunded. Yeah, this was huge. Like, anyone who backed it for 10 grand, I hope they do get a refund as well. Because this launch party never happened during the launch party, so that never happened. So technically, there was no launch. Harold bought the 500 high tier pack. Oh, I don't want to watch that because it's probably copyright. Oh, what? What the heck? So Steven's brother, Tim, just dropped the Ashes of Creation merch store. And it's taken down already. So they dropped the merch store and they took it down. Okay, cool. Okay, at least that's down. That's good. Just Photoshop logos onto, I'm sure, $1. Okay, that is funny though. The fact that it was up for a little bit. Steam support is investigating Ashes of Creation refunds. Just wanted to share an update. We understand the feelings and worries. We are investigating this issue further. As soon as we have more information, we will update your tickets. So they are looking into it. Nice. This was 4 hours ago as well. This was me posting it because yesterday on stream, someone did ask me if they should buy the game to support it. And I was like, no, please don't. On a brighter note, Burning Crusade. And on a brighter note, Lord of the Rings Online still exists, guys. I don't know if you've ever played it. It is free to play. Obviously, there is going to be the unfortunate side effect of that, which is they make it very difficult for you to continue to play it for free. You can still earn in-game currency while you play it, but to get pack space and all that other stuff, they have the microtransactions. This is the video from Josh Strife Hayes. Should we watch it? I have seen some of it already. Should we watch it on stream? What do you guys think? We can watch it on stream, but I don't know if you would like to. If not, then I'll just start some Lord of the Rings Online and we can continue the discussion as we go. So this is the other aspect of this. I feel like Steven and the rest of the people resigning was part of the reason why the whole thing was scuttled. There might have been some continuation of development and stuff. Who knows? It might even have been a better game. We'll never know at this point. The point is that every company can have institutional knowledge is sometimes hard to transfer. There is a very interesting paper called Programming as a Theory Building by Peter Noir that precisely talks about how this reflects even more in programming. You can't just have code base with 50 employees, fire the 50 employees, hire another 50, and expect that wheel to keep spinning. There's a lot of symbiosis between people and the code base, or to be more precise, that people are part of the system and are not easily interchangeable. programming as theory building, or use the program not as source code. A program is a shared mental construct. Okay, interesting. I kind of want to read this article. How long is it? I mean, I don't know. That'll be boring for you guys. I'll read it later. Let's continue. It's a sad day. I think that a lot of people are feeling this. As someone who has backed things like Star Citizen, not having a completed game, like I've been waiting for Squadron 42 for how long has it been? I don't know. And it doesn't look like it's ever coming out. They paid so many celebrities for voice acting and acting in the campaign, but we haven't seen the campaign yet. I was one of the original Kickstarter backers like 10 years ago now, I guess. I spent 120 to get in, and I was skeptical, obviously, but everything Steven said, everything they showed looked like something I could just lose myself to. A real immersive world. They had pretty good communication throughout the years, showing new classes and mechanics. Popular people started making videos about it, like Lazy Peon and Asmongold. I was like, shit, this game is going to be amazing. Then I found this morning it's canceled. I guess the days of playing a good new MMO are forever in the past. And just to be clear, I'm not upset about the money. Yeah, these are the types of people that fraudsters. If Steven Sharif is a fraudster, let me put a caveat there. But okay, again, that caveat exists. But then, if you are ever someone who's participated in an MLM and you have been one of the top earners in an MLM, I don't think I would be able to trust you with a project personally. That was partly why I never really ended up doing the Alpha 2 as well, is because I learned about that. Hey Silver, how are you doing? I'm doing well, thanks. Yeah, just talking about all of the Ashes of Creation stuff, that any updates that I can find in terms of any new information. Have you heard about it? By the way, Silver is on the Twitch side of things. Okay, basically another MMO that was backed on Kickstarter to the tune of 3.27 million, and now it's shut down. So a lot of people lost their pledges and so on. Yeah. And it was over 10 years ago that it started. And just reading this is kind of heartbreaking in a way. Like, what's Intastic wrote, someone I know pledged like 7K into a Kickstarter of Ashes of Creation. That was their entire savings at the time. As a then young adult, we rarely talk these days, but I can't help but wonder how they feel now. Yep. 10 years ago, and then they just ended it now. But why would, okay, that's a good question. Why would you invest your entire savings? 7,000. That's insane. I would not put that much into a game. I'm not upset about my 120. I understand that I was pissing about when I gave it to Intrepid. What I am upset about is the 250 employees who got absolutely messed or effed by Steve's lies, incompetence, and general lack of humility. Competent employees would have known that this was, apparently, this is the other aspect of this. I know these people are talking about competent employees and so on, but I read yesterday that the company was, or Intrepid was telling their employees that when we launch, you'll get bonuses. And they were dangling like $100,000 bonus or $200,000 bonus or $150,000 bonus over their heads to keep them at the firm. So there, if when that stuff comes out and when somebody talks about it, we'll know if that's verifiably true. But as of right now, that was something else that I read yesterday. So there was a lot of shenanigans going on there. And also yesterday, I did read something about the deceptive tactic that Steven was using to lure people and talent in, which was that he was telling them that they would match their 401k contributions. But one of the clauses in there was that you needed to be with the company for at least 6 years to get that match rate. So when these people were let go, they had to pay some of that back because they had not been with the company for 6 years. Which is just next level, if this is true. Like, that's next level evil. well, not necessarily evil. I guess it makes sense. You want to retain people for like 6+ years, but if you knew that you were having financial troubles even in as early as like 2024 and even before then, why were you still doing this clause and retaining people, and why were you dangling these bonuses over their heads? So we'll find out when all that comes out, but based off of all that, it's kind of, I don't know, feels disingenuous and wrong. And to that end, actually, and I touched on this yesterday as well, if you go to Kickstarter, even today, okay, and this just happened, right? This just literally happened 2 days ago. If you go here, you see things like this getting backed within, a day. And this is a immersive MMORPG with AI powered NPCs. So people have already pledged like $220,000 to this thing. And if you just look at it briefly, and we did this yesterday, and you look at, for example, this little still, you can go to the Epic Store, Fab Store, and when you're here, and you can just literally go here and you can search Desert Temple, and you can find it within like 10 seconds here. I think it's down here from what I remember yesterday. Which one was it? Okay, it's not 10 seconds, but it's pretty quick. You can find it. I think it's this one. No, it's not this one. It is... Shoot, where'd it go? I know I saw it yesterday. I pulled it up pretty quick. Where was it? I think it's this one, Pharaoh's Legacy. Yeah, this is the one. So if you look at the background there, you can see that. There it is. It's a new asset flip. Exactly. It's literally just an asset flip. And they say this is like concept art. I feel like this is probably a monster you can find. Like I'll show you guys. Okay, spider monster. Okay, let's see if we can find that same one pretty quick. Wouldn't be surprised if it's one of these. This looks kind of like it. That looks like it, right? Kinda. That looks like it. Right there. This one maybe. Like there's some variations. Pretty close. But anyways, like there's you could probably find all this stuff there. There's dungeons. That's the temple again. You could probably even find these NPCs and stuff, I'm pretty sure. So there's like a drake. There's a bear. Let's see, bear. Fantasy bear, maybe? That looks kind of like it. Yep. This one probably. That looks pretty close, right? Black and brown. I feel like that's the bear. The teeth look very similar. So I'm pretty sure that's the bear that they're using. Yeah, it's pretty easy to find the stuff. And these like enemies, I'm pretty sure if I looked up like spiders and let's look up spell effects. Maybe we can find this exact spell effect. Spell effects. Let's see these ones. That one looks like it. This one. But then again, I guess it would, like, if you do any tutorials and stuff, or yeah, a lot of the same stuff. The purple one looks interesting. Shaman. I'm gonna try to find one more thing here. Mid. Shaman. Female. Let's see if we can find that exact female shaman that they've got there. Oh, this is the Paragon. I guess you could technically use the Paragon Shinobi one. Does that look similar to what they used? Did they use the Paragon? Did they use the Paragon? They used the Paragon, didn't they? Dude, they just used the Paragon. And they just changed her hair a little bit. Or no, they didn't use her. That looked like her. Did they just use... Okay, ninja. Is this the guy? Not quite. I don't think they would have spent this much. They probably spent less than that. There's probably another model that's cheaper that they used. Like, I have nothing against asset flip, like, or not asset flip, sorry. I have nothing against people using assets from the store, because that's what they're there for, right? They're there to speed up development. You can get the assets, you can use them. But when you're like, you have not shown any gameplay, I don't think. I'm gonna turn the sound off. Because I don't want to get copyright struck. You can play as soon as you pledge, okay? Unreal Engine 5.6 visuals. I'm just going to quickly take a look at this. I don't want to play the music because... Okay, so there is some stuff apparently. Okay, there is gameplay. Okay. It's possible that this might be a proprietary anti-cheat system. There's PvP. Oh, it's lagging, isn't it, on the stream? Okay, sorry guys. I don't know why Kickstarter always lags. So there is some stuff here, it looks like. AI companions and autonomous. Oh, somebody just pledged. I hope it wasn't one of you. Please tell me it wasn't one of you. What's the team? I want to know who the team is. Co-founder Nick, Piotr, Artur, Baker Camp. What is this? Is this super backer? Backed a lot of projects, this person. Helping creators since 2012, over 20 million raised. So it looks like it's a different crowdfunding place. Okay, so it's a consulting firm. Okay, so they're part of the team. So they're a consulting firm to help with Kickstarter, basically. They specialize in ensuring you get backed. I wonder what their cut is. But yeah, so that's another game that looks like it could be an asset flip. But if they have that gameplay, I don't know if people played it. Because there's nowhere really. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Epitome. Epitome MMORPG. Follow the Kickstarter, get it free in-game rewards. Steam, it's on Steam. Okay. Coming soon. No user reviews. So how are people playing it? I'm pretty sure these guys are on the asset store as well. Because it says that you can play it right away. 20 gigs. Okay. Well, again, I am having doubts in terms of calling it an asset flip, but gameplay can be faked. I'm gonna stick to what I initially said. I feel like this might not be a legitimate project. Another one that I can probably stake a lot more on as not being a legitimate project is Sail. I think it's called. Yeah, this one, Ahoy. These guys have followed again the Star Citizen model as well, and I feel like they're gonna get away with a lot more because they're opening the test area where you can fight with your ships, and you're gonna be able to sail with your ships and so on. So they're following that whole testing environment initially where you can just fly around or sail around in this case and keep fighting your ships and things like that and race them and things like that. And eventually they're going to have other things come. But this is going to be one that probably lasts 20 plus years, and it'll probably raise like 30, 40, or maybe even like 150 million or something ridiculous like that over time. Because the polish is there. It looks like it could work. And I don't know how many people have already played it, but they're promising the world. They're literally promising a simulator where you can be a ship captain and simulate being in the Navy back in the Renaissance. So yeah, there's that in the 1780s. So yeah, we'll see how this one does, but I think this is gonna go the way of Star Citizen, probably not end up as successful, if at all. And yeah, that's the review of what's been going on with Ashes today and the additional projects that I think are probably not gonna work. And yeah, let's now dive into some Lord of the Rings Online and play some of that. Okay. That off, and I'm gonna pull up LOTRO. If you guys find out anything new, please let me know. If you see anything new, let me know. Just logging in. All right, and we gotta turn that on, and that on. There we go. Now we're playing some Lord of the Rings Online, a MMORPG that released in 2007 and still holds a special place in my heart. I've been playing it on and off ever since. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what to say other than like I feel like it's going to be an interesting few weeks as we get more and more information. I did start a new Hobbit, Burglar, and that's what I'm going to be playing. I am tempted to start another Hunter, but I have too many of them already, and I never get finished doing this stuff. And I will be doing the voices for these guys, so bear with me with respect to the cringe, please. I just like to pretend I'm like in Middle Earth when I play this game. Congratulations, you are eligible for a reward for just logging in today. To claim it, click on the login reward alert in your alerts list. Check there every day for your reward. Alright. VIP bonus. So, just so you guys are aware, I do have the lifetime membership for this game, so I got it back in 2007. And as a result, I've been, playing it on and off since then. Freykun Exodia is looking to recruit highly skilled individuals for the upcoming raid progression. More information can be found here. Okay, so there's a lead, so this is talking about the VIP bonus. Basically, I get double XP. So I'll probably be leveling up pretty quick here. Let's take a look at our rewards. What's this quest item? Not met. Okay, title awarded. Sure. Turn over the 7 stars. No, thank you. I'm not going to open these. The reason being, it kind of like messes up with progress. Like it gives you extra progress. And I want to progress through the game as though I don't have these perks. I also have 447 Mithril coins, which, again, will allow you to basically fast travel places. I will be using those eventually for fast travel because a burglar doesn't have nearly as many ways to travel around Middle-earth as, say, a hunter or a warden does. Those are other two classes. The hunters like Legolas, the wardens kind of like Gimli, and the burglar is based off of Bilbo Baggins. So let's take a look here. Okay, I know I said I wasn't going to use the perks, but I am using like a cloak that you get as a founder. And this is my Hobbit. Burglar. The graphics, even though like 10 years old, not too bad, right? Not too bad. Not too shabby. Still look decent. I would like it to be even better, but obviously as of right now, they haven't done anything with respect to graphics overhaul. Let's close the inventory. What was the quest that I'm on? Talk to Cal Sprigley to access the Blackwold, assess the Blackwold threat in the south. So where is he? So this arrow up here is going to show me where he is. That's my Rohan steed. Just gonna head over here. Oh yeah, his farm is all the way at the south end of Archit, if I recall. I'm not gonna fight any of these wolves, but there should be a brigand over here somewhere. Yep, there he is. Just on the wrong side of things. Alright, buddy, I'm gonna kill you. And I do have loot all on, that's why it just picked up everything. This is a nice functionality. What is that? It's piglet. Oh no, another one. Ow. Ow. And I've leveled up. Every level you may be granted new skills and passive abilities. As you gain levels, your skills increase in power and effectiveness with you. Alright. Did I get a skill? Doesn't look like I got a new skill. Okay. The boar is not attacking, which is a good sign. There's the farm. Let's head over to it. My hobbit's so tiny. Look at this little guy. But he's sturdy. Alright, we are here. Let's talk to Cal Sprigley. Sprigley's farm. Hello, good sir. I'm here to assess the Blackwold threat.
A stranger, eh? You're the best thing that's happened to us all day.
If Breckenbrook sent you, I'll take you in. I'm afraid you're the best thing that's happened to us all day. Alright.
Our best hope is to get help from Combe, our neighbours. They will not let our chet fall to brigands.
I'm glad you're here. Some Blackwolds tried to attack us this morning, but we drove them off. We must get help from Combe, the next town over, in southwest of here, and not more than a short journey away. They must bring their soldiers to Archit at once to help stave off the raid. Please make haste. I fear the Blackwolds mean to attack tonight. The road here is crawling with brigands, but I pray you can make it safe to Combe. Should be able to make it to Combe. Should I talk to Will Whitley? He's gonna give me another quest. I don't know. Where's the cloak? Is it better than the one that I have? No, it is not. Oh, does it look better? No, it does not. Let's take a look.
Why to take a moment of your time?
My dad and the other farmmen, they gave chase to brigands after the attack on our farm. I don't think the brigands expected us to put up such a fight after they surprised us. There weren't many of them, but I never saw them act so bold for today. Only problem is they ain't back yet. They ran off to... Oh, my accent changing every 2 seconds. Off to the east, chasing the brigands into the woods. It was hours ago, though, and I'm very worried. Could you go look for them? Bring them back home safe? What did... Oh no, I remember this quest. This one stuck with me for a while, because of the fact that... Well, I won't spoil it. Let's go find his friends. I am going to go stealth. Oh no, 3. I don't want to get attacked by the wolves. So this is the cool thing about burglars. You can stealth and basically not be seen, like the hobbits. Oh no, he's gone. Thornton Woodley. He has been murdered by the Black Wolves. And here's another. He's also been murdered by the Black Wolves. Bill Hayser has also been murdered. And now to find the last of them. I'm gonna try to sneak past these guys. Oh. Don't want to arouse any suspicion. I'm gonna sneak in here. Oh, there he is. I will have to kill her though, I think. William Wheatley has also died. Walt Wheatley has been murdered by the Black Wolves as well. Alright. Shall we head back? Let's go. So this MMO, Lord of the Rings Online, it's got insane lore, by the way. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, I highly recommend trying it out. The main reason being you will get to experience the journey of the Fellowship and the One Ring alongside the quests that you're doing. So you're basically journeying through Middle Earth at the same time as Frodo and the Fellowship are going on their quest for the one with the One Ring. And last time I streamed this was on Wednesday last week, and we basically, as a Hobbit coming out of the Shire, we saw Frodo leaving the Shire, so it's pretty cool.
What do you need?
No, it cannot be. My poor father and the others. No, it cannot be. It cannot. Will is silent for a long moment, his eyes closed, but after a great pause, he is roused. I will have my revenge upon these Black Wolves, or I will die trying. Archit will never fall to such murderous fiends. What should I grab? I should grab a dagger because it gives me crit chance, I believe. 3 to 4, yeah. Crit chance, please. Alright, let's equip it. I want to make sure I equip it in the hand that I have the... Is this a dagger? 3 to 4. That's a knife. Now I have 2 daggers. Alright. Now let's go to comb. Can I jump this? Yes, I can. Comb is just to the southwest, I guess I should say. Or now just straight west of us. Over here. And it's going to be blocked off. I might have to fight these guys if I remember right. The only gate is blocked. Archit is on its own now. Haha. Do you want the people? You're afraid of the Black Wolves, are you? Best run home, little fool. Enjoy your day. It'll be your last. Okay. Let's go tell Captain Breckenbrook what's going on. No, it's not Lumlock. What's the key? Not that. That's my mute. I can't remember what my key. Oh, is it this? Yeah. Okay. It was my mouse button. I forgot what I had set as my key to auto run, which makes life a lot easier. So I can just run past everything without having to, and then I can look around and just enjoy the view as I run, or ride, I should say, back. And I think there's a way to hide the HUD as well. I can't remember the key for it though. So you can really enjoy the views as you ride through Middle Earth. Oh, my steed's name is Strongheart. It's a nice name. So now... Oh, I have to learn... Oh, Cal Sprigley. I thought I had to come back here. Went the wrong way. That's my bad. Now I gotta go back to the farm. Maybe I should look at my quest icon and where it leads, rather than assuming I need to go somewhere. Look at that pony's butt. The pony's butt moves funny. Look at it go. Reminds me of a corgi butt. By the way, for anyone watching, what is your favorite dog breed, if you are into dogs, that is? I feel like if I were to get a dog ever again, because we did have a family dog, a husky that passed, and before that I had a German Shepherd that passed. If I were to ever get a dog again, it would be probably a corgi, because I just want to see them running and it just looks so funny. I don't know. They just look funny when they run. Alright, here we go.
This cannot be. I must write to Brackenbrook at once.
Blocked? No, it cannot be. My men travelled to Combe only yesterday for a delivery. That is bad news, Sono. The captain must be informed of what's going on at once. Here's a note for Brackenbrook. He knows my scroll. He will believe you now. Finally. I've been trying to convince him for a while. So this is the tutorial area, basically. You learn the ropes here in Archit. And the quest is pretty entertaining. That's why I wanted to do it for the opening. And once you get out of Archit, then you're in it for Middle Earth, and you're just exploring everything and doing everything. Here we go. And Lord and Silver, the reason I'm not playing PoE 2 today is because of the Ashes stuff, and I thought it would make more sense to play Lord of the Rings online while talking about another MMO with anyone that's interested in joining the stream and chatting about it, than playing Path of Exile 2 while chatting about it.
What have I done?
As Brackenbrook reads the letter from Cal Sprigley, his face is blank. He reads it a second time, and only then does he look at you. I've been a fool. Oh, what have I done? Let's get the ragged leather trousers.
You cannot fathom just how wrong I have been.
I have trusted Calder Cobb and heeded his advice for a long time, even after my own son tried to warn me of his duplicity. My son, John, is a worthy hunter, but he has not set foot in this town for over 3 years. He will never forgive me for the things I said to him. Oh, what a fool I am. I told him he was not welcome in Archit until he stopped behaving like a jealous child. Now he and his hunters are our only hope. But what can I do? He does not deserve to be dragged deeper into my folly. Nay, Archit must withstand the storm without help. Alright. That's folly. I'm gonna talk to Strider and see what he says, because I think he's more reasonable than you are, sir. Oh wow, that's a lot more armor.
Do not despair. You have done well.
Indeed, better than I could have done. You earned Captain Brackenbrook's trust. You must appeal to his son John against his wishes. I must leave soon, and Archit will need all the help it can get, even if a father's pride is at stake. I am confident you will be able to bring the hunters in and give this town a fighting chance. In the meantime, I must make haste. Umdir assures me he just needs rest. Strider, you should know better, but I know you have better things to do. It's okay. Let's go. Let's go talk to the hunters. Ask the exiled archer or hunter to come to Archit's aid. I believe we're going to be seeing some sickle flies in this area from what I remember. It's crazy how you play a game like 8 years ago or 10 years ago and you remember every little detail. It's insane how that actually works. Let's see if I can see any sickle flies. There's one. Knew it. Oh, it's a marsh fly. Never mind. I'm glad they don't attack you though. They used to attack you. There's a cool dwarf hunter you meet here. Oh, there he is. That guy's cool. Need to go inside. Look at you guys. There's a... Whoa, that's a massive bear. Whoa. How did you guys bring him here? The hunting lodge. So cozy. Anytime I come into interior spaces in Lord of the Rings Online, I feel so cozy. Like it's just, even though there's like pelts and stuff on the walls, it just feels like the light rays. This feels nice. The sound, footsteps. I've seen more bears and wolves in the last few days than I care to remember. Is that all you're gonna say? Okay, cool. Look at that bear. Whoa. I am not going to do any of the other quests here because those are basically fetch quests. I'm gonna do the main quest.
I presume you're here to bring me ill news from town.
I've been watching from the bounds. The skies have turned dark and fell, and there's a shadow of unrest over all of Archit, over men and beasts and trees alike. Let me guess, my father has not the wisdom to observe such things. So you heard of his exiled son came to me for aid. Come then, out with it. I desire to hear what you have to tell.
Calder Cobb has shown his true colours at last.
I knew him to be evil-hearted, but my father is too trusting. He does not like to think ill of people. His blindness wounded me, but he is a good man. So to answer your question, yes, I will come to Archit's aid, and I and my fellows. I am a hunter and a skilled warrior, trained by my father and captain, and I would rather die than sit idly by while foul brigands crash upon decent peoples. Let us see what there is to see before a storm is upon us. While I gather my warriors and my weapons, you should sneak into the Blackwolves' roost and uncover their plans of attack for tonight. Alright, I can do that. I do sneak fairly well. Ooh, my shoulder pads. Nice. Let's go. Time to sneak in to the ranks and find out what they're going to be doing. Yes, I'm just gonna swim across here. Look at how big that is compared to me. Wow. One sting from that and it's over. Even the grass is so tall. Sneaky, sneaky. Can I get in this way? Does not look like it. There is an invisible wall. I will have to swim. I was hoping I wouldn't need to swim. Oh, well, I don't need to swim. You just run across. Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna sneak in and grab what I need. Alright, so I can kill them here or I can sneak in. I guess I kinda have to kill them. Okay. I wish there was no hurry. Get up and get here. Northerners. Who are the Northerners that you reference, sir? Is he referring to Angmar? What is he talking about? I actually don't know what my skills do yet. I should probably learn them so I'm using them better. I feel like I'm using them not as effectively as I could. Oh, I was past her. I couldn't even tell. She didn't even know either. Okay, last one. Okay. Is that it? No, we need to go in now. To get the plans. Oh, need a valid target. Can I sneak in? I wonder if I can make it. Feel like it's gonna be hard. I might be able to. Oh. Okay. That's good. A letter inside the satchel tells what the Blackwoods mean. What did I cancel it? Yeah, with the help of Angmar. Yeah, they are getting the help of Angmar. Lieutenant. I don't think I want to kill him. Just gonna sneak out. Nice. It's already turning to... Ooh, Angmar. Did you notice that, guys? The sky changed as I was inside the Blackwold hideout. It was dark. But now it's sunny again. That's cool. I didn't even realize. That's a nice touch. I forgot about that. Let's ride. It's just funny to get 4 in a row, not like they're bad, lol. Okay, so do I have my subscriber perks already? No, I don't. I need to go into town to get those. Do I have leggings? I've equipped 20. Okay, let's go in. Hunter's Lodge. Let's talk to you, John.
Good work, my friend.
And fast too. This will be a great boon to Archet. Now we will be able to counter their efforts with the proper strategy. Spot helm or plumed hat? I feel like I need to get the plumed hat just for the sake of the dress. And welcome back, Silver. How are you?
I believe there is hope for us yet. We only need a strategy.
Yeah, that looks cool. I kind of wish I'd gotten the other thing, but it's okay. What an excellent find, Suna. Those folk from Angmar sound like evil foes, but at least we know what we are up against. The plans also show a map that points to the old east path, which is just near here. We all avoid the path save for Atli Spiderbane, a visitor from east of the Misty Mountains. Speak with Atli, learn what he can tell you about the path. He can use the path to our advantage if we manage to successfully scout it. So he knows enough about it. I'm sure we can do something about it. Okay, I'm gonna equip this. And nice. A plumed hat. Let's go to talk to Atli. He's out here.
At your service, and your families.
I know all about the old path. There are spiders everywhere. When you kill one, another takes its place. If we are to make use of the path at all, we should fight our way through and ensure that it is still blocked at the walls of the orchard. The spiders will do some work for us against the black walls, and what the spiders don't deal with, we shall come from afore and behind with our axes and our blades, and we will fall upon them like a mighty cave coming down.
Now I look like Lord Farquaad. Oh, it's so true. It's so true. Okay, let me take a look at my inventory. That definitely looks like Lord Farquaad. Except I don't have his hair. I should have put his hair. I should have used Lord Farquaad's hair though. That would have been hilarious. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even consider it. That's, oh god, that's so good. Do I have a cloak that I could use that's even better for this? Maybe. No, not that one. Maybe this one. No, I think this one fits more the Lord Farquaad look than the other ones. Alright, let's go take a look at the spider path. I wish the downside of playing like target, but he's not very good at dealing with like multiple. So as soon as I get into a fight with like multiple monsters, it's gonna be hard. Let's see what I can do. Defeat spiders on the path. Okay. You've received a new title. Is it the Undying one? You can display your earned titles by accessing the title panel with your character panel or via the start menu. Titles. Social? No. No, that's not what I wanted. Where's titles? Character. Title. I need to find the Muffin Man, yes. And you win the game. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? Yes, the Muffin Man. The one that lives in Drury Lane? That's such a classic line. For 12 years you have fought to advance a more glorious Middle-earth, free of evil's grasp. I am so looking. I think isn't what is this? Hidden knife. Throw a knife. Let's throw a knife. Hiya! What's his name? Who plays Lord Farquaad? John Lithgow, right? John Lithgow. Isn't he supposed to be playing somebody in like? Isn't he playing Dumbledore in the new Harry Potter? I think he is, right? Is John Lithgow playing him? I can't remember now. No idea. Okay. Let me look it up. Yeah, he is playing Dumbledore in the new Harry Potter series. People are hating on him for it, but I think he would be a perfect fit for that role. Oh, the Broodmother or Brood Ambusher. Let's do this. Can I hit you? I'm surprised these guys don't attack. Like, I remember back in the day, they just used to run at you. They just used to run at you. See if the wall is still intact. Let's see, is he gonna attack? Nope. Okay. I'm just gonna run through then. Yeah, 100%. I still remember his role in Third Rock from the Sun. That was a classic sitcom. So good. So good. That's where I first met, or not met, learned of him. Obviously, I didn't know his name back then, but a brigand scout met his doom at the dead end on the east path. Return to John Breckenbrook with the hopeful news. Yeah, I'm shocked that these guys are not attacking me. I feel like they made the oh, he was in Footloose? I had no idea. I did not know this. Rivendell. Title awarded. Sword of the Warrior. Yeah, you have to reach. So, ideally, I don't die until I hit like level 50. I think you get another title, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. But, yeah, John Lithgow is. I love his voice. Because he's like a classical trained actor, right? Like he's like a Shakespearean actor. Intro, A Slender Hope.
A dead end will surely work in our favor.
That is good news. The brigands will be slowed, and they will have the spiders at their heels, and the hunters will come from behind while the soldiers attack at the head. I will go to Archer to rally them and ready them for the storm that awaits them tonight. Oh yes, he was the villain in Cliffhanger. Yes. I remember. That movie was... Who would have thought that Cliffhanger would be a good movie? It's literally... How many of them were? There were 4 of them on the cliff. First guy dies. And then it's just him and Stallone. Yeah, not me either. But it was such a good movie. Look at the gray dye. Just like Bloodsport 2, that was another one that like I did not think it was going to be as good as it was. And it was like a live action Dragon Ball in the sense of all the that Van Damme did like literally all the time. Especially after that last fight. He's just like crying the entire time. It's hilarious. But it was so good. Quickly, Caldor is making his move against Archit, and wicked men of Angmar are lending him and the Black Wolf's strength. We must go to the town's events at once. Return to me once you're prepared. You have just received the final quest in the Introduction quest series. If you have any other quests underway, you should complete them now, as these quests will no longer be available once the introduction is complete. Okay. My favorite movie though for I would say one of my favorites out of all of like the action movies from like the 90s is Who Am I? Have you seen Who Am I? From Jackie Chan? No.
You've never heard of it? It's so good. It's so good. Okay. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend watching it. The main reason I recommend watching it is because it's like a classic Jackie Chan movie, in the sense that there's a scene where he pulls. I think in that movie he does this. It could be that movie. Maybe I'm confusing with another one. Where he like does this crazy stunt into a temple, and then like obviously pulls like a towel off a girl to distract the enemy, and then also throw stuff at them to distract them, and all that other stuff. And then there's also this amazing fight on a rooftop where it's literally a showcase of Taekwondo and I think karate is the other. So there's two guys that he fights. One of them is like a proficient in karate and the other one's proficient in Taekwondo. And the fight is so good. The dubbing is horrible in that movie, by the way. But the movie itself is fun to watch. He loses his memory, basically, is the premise. And that's why it's called Who Am I? There's one scene where he just like screams it and it's hilarious, but such a good movie. Okay, I'm gonna finish the intro now. Are you ready to go? Very well.
John Brackenbrook and his hunters have reached the outskirts of Archet to find it already ablaze. A desperate struggle to save their village is about to begin. Hopefully, you have arrived in time.
That kind of sounded like John Lithgow. Or Lithgow. A little bit. Obviously not as articulate or like as good, but yeah.
We have no time to lose.
There's not much time to lose. Already the town burns. We've only a short time to rest here before they see that we have broken through the east wall. I fear we are less safe by the moment. We must help my father.
We must save Ned.
Huzzah! Well done, Zono. I cannot see. Peg, where are you? Amdir's close by. He escaped the slaughter at the Badger. You have to help him. Defend the Badger. Those Black Wolves want the Hobbit and the Captain. I saw something in the flames. Go after them. Must save them.
Alright, see you in about 5 silver.
Ned, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Archet must still be saved.
Calder Cobb and Otto's treachery were just the beginning of this battle, I fear. We must find a way to the Mad Badger Inn. Peg has left us a way through into the market. Perhaps there is a way through there, in there now. Follow me. Oh, I read that completely wrong. Butchered it fully. Sorry about that. Let's make sure the marketplace is safe, so now come with me. Looks like this way is blocked. We must find a new route.
There are more up ahead.
I haven't been able to read anything they've been saying because I was just trying to kill them.
You fight well, sir, now, but I fear the worst is yet to
We
come.
must find my father before it's too late.
Alright, let's go. We should secure the crafters area. Come.
I walk faster when I'm in stealth.
Those black-hearted fiends have laid waste to our town. I hope we're not too late.
Look, Artley is ahead. All must not be lost. Well met, friend. Is the crafting hall safe?
A group of black wolves entered our belly garden not long ago, John. Together, surely. Ah, well then, let's not tarry. Ah, there they come.
Oh no, that was his voice. Shoot, I messed up there too. It's a little hard to keep track of all of these characters. Bear with me, guys. Eventually I'll get better at it.
You're in a mess of trouble. You're wasting my time, ha.
They died though.
We must brace ourselves for the worst.
Although the Mad Badger burns, I still hold out hope.
We have protected the market square and the crafters area. Already the Mad Badger burns. Follow Atlee and me.
We will it shouldn't be Atli and I. We will defend what is left of this town to the death if we must. I really shouldn't worry about grammar when I'm reading. We are almost there, my friend. My father will still be alive. I know it.
Father, I knew you would survive.
I'm alive, son, but I grow weary from the fight. Does Archit fall now? Have I been a fool? This is not the time for blame. We must look only to defending those who count. For us to safety, I agree. I will guard the hobbits and the injured man. Can you keep the attackers at bay?
They approach! Defend us!
This is kind of like, what are this called? Those instances? Where you can get marks? I forget what they're called. Okay, 1 second. I gotta organize this. Looks so bad. That's how much I'm worried about this. Is like easy mode. That's better. That finishes it. It's the wraiths. It's Cargill wraiths. You've always been blind where I am concerned, Captain, but perhaps you begin to understand me. All I know is that you betrayed your home and your peoples. You should be ashamed.
Enough talk. Come, there is no servant of Mordor. Come, Dunadan.
Yes, master. No!
Calder, call, finish what you came to do.
Gladly, I will have the power in Archit now, Brackenbrook. Oh no!
No!
So weak.
What misery has befallen us? My father was right to trust no one.
This is a sad day indeed. Archit is burned, my father is dead, and the ranger was taken by evil men. If men they can be called. Now all we can do is wait for the flames to die down. Then, with luck, we may begin to rebuild our poor town. This is no place for a hobbit. Let us see that you and the others get safely back to the Shire.
With the Blackwolves' grip on Archit broken, the hobbits hurry home to the Shire, eager to return to their simple, peaceful lives. But not all is as peaceful as it seems. Troubles stir at the bounds, and a shadow of fear is left in the wake of the Nazgûl.
And now, we're in the Shire, in Little Delving. Oh, and it's a nice mid-spring day with rain just coming down. Like it. Like the ambiance in this game is, okay, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in this, but I feel like the ambiance and the world building is not matched in any other MMO. Lord of the Rings Online, the way they built the world and the way each faction feels different and each area feels completely different is next level. Like I can't think of any MMO that does this well. And regarding the poll, it looks like because I have a poll on YouTube right now where I asked, what is your favorite MMORPG of all time? It looks like so far 70% of you have said that you need something new. 10% of you said AOC if it was not until it was cancelled, basically. 10% have said WoW, and 10% have said LOTRO. So basically something new. So there is still a lot of demand for a new MMORPG. That's I think I would have to agree with you guys. Like as much as I love Lord of the Rings Online, I would love Ghost Corvax. Welcome to the stream. MMO died in my opinion, like how they are back. Like how they are back in the day. So are you trying to say that like they won't be able to recreate how they were back in the day ever again? Like the game's genre is just dead, basically? Is that what you're saying? Ah, shoot. Dang it. So the reason I said dang it is because Ghost was just saying that ads are running on Twitch right now. And I'm just like, I'll wait until they're done, and then I will ask that question once again. Okay, he's back. Okay, cool. So, what I was asking was, do you mean that you think, like, the genre itself is dead? Like, it will never be the same as it was back in the day? And welcome back, Silver. And another question, guys. Do you think it would be good to have the chats scrolling on the stream as well? The main reason I haven't done that yet is because I didn't want it to clutter the stream. But if you guys feel like it would be beneficial to have this the chats from both YouTube and Twitch displayed on stream, I can definitely do that in the future. And Ghost, I don't know if you heard my question, but basically you said that MMO died in your opinion, like how they were back in the day. Do you mean that the genre is just dead, or that they will never be like they were back in the day? And I'm just gonna talk to Sackville Bagginses. Okay, so Ghost responded. He said, like MMO is alive and well in general, but in my opinion, yes, the genre died as in it turned into a huge money pit and everyone had to use keyboards to chat and just captured that feeling in game. So, if I understand correctly, then are you saying that it should be voice over IP? Like you should just be able to talk to people in game rather than having to type out? I feel like I'm not understanding. And I do agree, like a lot of MMOs are a giant money pit in the sense that you have to do a monthly subscription, you have to do you know, purchase skins and so on to keep the game alive. But I think part of that is just due to, you know, the ongoing costs of running an MMO. Like a lot of those other games don't really require that. Like live service games, yes, do, but that's why I think they have those practices where they offer skins and other perks for subscribing, basically. This is, as much as I hate the subscription model, I can see why they use it. Even though they could just charge like a yearly fee rather than like a monthly to keep the servers running. But then they wouldn't make a profit. Quote unquote, more money, right? I mean, everybody used to use keyboards to chat, not use mics in Discord or anything. It was just a friendly gathering genre to chat and then do quests together. It just felt... Ah, I see what you're saying. Okay. I see what you're saying. So kind of like the chat here where everyone's chatting in global or LFF looking for fellowship. And then when you used to raid with everybody, that's when you would have your mics on, right? Like I remember using TeamSpeak a lot as well back in the day for raids. I think Discord helped with that, but I think you're right in the sense that it felt more like a community than it does now. Because I think Discord's kind of taken over the community aspect of things, and it's no longer the MMO itself. That being said, though, New World, I felt, had it really nicely done, where you could just use voice over IP. And that was, I thought that was like an amazing feature. And that was probably the most fun I had in that game, was like being able to just talk to anyone. Yeah. I still remember like the most fun I had in Lord of the Rings Online was when we used to do raids and do the end game content together as a fellowship or as a guild. And like I still have fond memories of Mines of Moria and beating the Watcher in the water. Like that's that octopus thing that's in the movie. So that was like the raid boss back in the day, and you had to farm him to get all of the gear that you would then need to do the big raid in Angmar. I forget what that one was called. Or not in Angmar, sorry. He was the final raid in there, I think. Everyone mentions RuneScape. Like I feel like everyone has RuneScape as their favorite. Like I shouldn't say everyone, but a lot of people seem to have RuneScape as their favorite MMO. I have not played RuneScape. I'm curious as to I guess it's just the community aspect of it, right? That's the main thing. Like, cause I heard it was very janky back in the day, right? And I think they've updated it now, where a lot of the jankiness is gone. But back in the day, it was very janky. Unless I'm wrong on that. Oh shoot, I forgot to switch the Twitch to Lord of the Rings Online. I put it in just chatting by accident. Or actually I wanted to put it as not just chatting, Ashes. Or Lord of the Rings Online, sorry. There we go. Fix that. And I'm gonna close it. There we go. So it's not as big as it was back then, but it was so good. Okay. Because I know Josh Strife Hayes still plays a lot of RuneScape, right? RuneScape Classic. So the storm is upon us, and then prologue is Mundo's complaint. We'll do both.
How rude!
You'll never see me outside the bounds of the Shire again. Some Bagginses may enjoy an uncomfortable adventure, but not I. To think that I had to rely on big folk to pull me from the grips of others. You didn't help much with the way you marched us back to the Shire either, so no?
Old school is what you played? Okay, cool. I will have to check it out one of these days. There it is. You've just earned the milestone skill. Now I can actually leave. Oh, new mail. Okay. VIPs can access mail without a mailbox by using the main menu. Mailboxes are commonly found in towns. So this is milestone skill. Okay, nice. It'll allow me to go wherever I want. Reputation is another system within this game. Basically, you need to complete reputation to be able to get certain mounts or certain perks with said faction. So here in the Shire, we have the Madam Society. And for those of you that are not familiar with the lore of Lord of the Rings, I think Madams are like trinkets or things that hobbits hold dear to themselves, or to hold dear. And they then They always used to exchange them within within themselves and like share them with each other. Hobbit presents. No, that's not what I want. Where's the? I think it's under character. Reward track. What's this? I don't have that because it's not a legendary character or a legendary item. Reputation. So here. So right now I've met the Men of Bree, or I haven't met them yet, but I have the reputations available for them. The Thorns Hall, which is in Eriador, Elves of Rivendell, and the Malum Society. Favored standing. Favored. So what do I favor with these guys? Reputation acceleration. Neutral. They're neutral. They're not favored. What's this? Is this across like earned at friend, ally, and kindred reputation tiers and maintaining an active LOTRO subscription? Oh, so if you have a LOTRO subscription, you keep that standing. Interesting. Across all your characters, so you don't have to redo all of the reputation stuff again. That's cool. So I favored standing with the elves, the Malum Society, and the Men of Bree already, so I don't need to worry about it. It's cool. And based off of playing RuneScape, what would you say is different between that and Lord of the Rings Online from what you can see so far? And would you ever consider Lord of the Rings Online? This is outrageous, Suno. I will not be satisfied until I receive compensation for my treatment at the hands of those Blackwolves. I have been most ill-used, and it's more than any hobbit would stand. A Sackwell Baggins should be able to travel throughout the Shire and even to Breland, if he wishes it, without danger of being abducted. And when a Sackwell Baggins is promised gold, he'd better receive some gold when the whole thing is done with. It is only fair. I wrote this letter while you were off looking for John Brackenbrook. It doesn't include the business with the brigands burning Archet or the ranger coming so queer, but it's sure to be enough for a floor dumpling. Take my letter to Mayor Will Woodfoot and Michael Delving. He'll be just outside Town Hall, which will be to your left, surrounded by hedges when you enter the town. Okay, I thought I was in Michael Delving. I'm in Little Delving. Okay, never mind. So we've got that. Cloak of the Peacekeeper. 10 fate, 3 vitality. Okay. It's got slightly more fate. What does it look like? Nah. And then what's this letter? To the Mayor, Will Woodfoot of Michael Delving. I am writing to you from the town of Archet, Mayor, and I have some outrageous news to report. Before you arrived in office, many members of my family had been comfortable with traveling. I'll put this over here so you guys can see. In the vertical stream as well, sorry. Throughout the Shire, indeed even into Breland on occasion, and felt no fear of danger to their persons or effects. Now that you are in office, Mayor, the situation is much different. I have been put in the way of harm at the hands of unsavory big folk, and I'm holding you personally accountable, Whitfoot. You will pay just compensation for the damage to my peace of mind and the loss of comfort this experience has caused me, and you will do so at once. I direct you to make this payment to my aunt Lobelia at Bag End. She will hold it for me until I have settled my senses enough and feel ready to make the trip to Hobbiton. You had better do this, Whitfoot. Or you can say goodbye to your position as mayor. Mundo Sacral Baggins. Concerned citizen. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, of course, and I would play it, but don't own a PC. But from the looks of it, I can say it's better looking than RuneScape. But other than that, I see. Okay. So it looks like Lobelia's already in Bag End at this point, because he's saying to send the payment to her. So as soon as Frodo left, she basically took over Bag End, it looks like. Okay, interesting. What's this? Is this the okay, barter. Bundle for Michael Delving. Barter items.
Just a moment.
Okay.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I'm gonna put this here so you guys can see it. I'm gonna put this here actually. Can I do it so it's like always here? Let's see. No, the quests pop up on the left no matter what. So I'll have to move it over manually. So I don't think I'm gonna do that. Even though I know it would be better for the vertical stream. It just takes too much time, guys.
Is there something I can do for you? Please, stay a moment.
Oh, hello. Oh, this opens over here. Okay, maybe. Okay. If I put this here, then it should open here as well. Cool. So now everything will open in the middle. So I guess I only need to do it once. And then it opens in the middle, moving forward. That's cool.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Oh, hello. Are you passing through? Would you perhaps be heading down to Michael Delving? You see, I have a satchel that must be delivered to Postmaster Proudfoot in Michael Delving. The reputation of quick post service isn't what it once was, and I really want greedy, gentle hobbits throughout the Shire to once again trust us in the speedy delivery of their mail. Would you mind taking it from the table over there and delivering it to Postmaster Proudfoot? He can be found in the square outside of Town Hall. Just look for the stone wall. Please deliver it to him as quickly as you can, for he won't be happy with me if I get it to him late. Oh, and let no busybodies bother you as you deliver the mail. Come rain, come shine, come nosy hobbits, a postman must deliver the mail on time. Alright, so that's what he wants me to do. So literally I will need to dodge people. Okay, so from here, I'm going to set this as my return home skill. Oh. So now I can come back here if I need to. So we're in Little Delving. So here, Michael Delving's on that road. Okay, cool. There's one more quest here.
Might I speak with you a moment?
There's one that helps those in need. Well, if you want to help us, Shire folk, you'll have to join the Bounders. Most hobbits are friendly enough, but suspicious of strangers. As a Bounder, they'll trust you, at least a little bit anyway. If you want to join the Watchers of Bounder, you'll have to speak to the second sheriff. He's the only one who can sign you up. Find him in Michael Delving near Town Hall. Second Sheriff Bunce is respected by most folk, so if he says you're the right sort, they'll listen. Alright. Let us go to Michael Delving. Alright, I gotta avoid the nosy hobbits. I think I get like faster run speed, right? There is a nosy hobbit there. Oh, wait, that's not a nosy hobbit. I think I have a time limit on this, right? The Shire is beautiful. The water could use some work. That looks a little weird, but it is what it is. Almost there. Alright, keep running, keep running. Okay, where are the nosy hobbits? I don't see any. Is this the postmaster? No, that's the Bounder. That's the mayor. I think that's the postmaster. There it is. Nice.
Might I speak with you a moment?
If the reputation of the cook post service is to be restored, you simply must help with my deliveries. They're on the table. You'll find a satchel that must be delivered to postman 2foot in Waymead as quickly as possible. Would you mind taking it to him? Postman 2foot can be found northwest of the crossroads in Waymead. Don't dilly-dally. The quick post service has fallen hard times in the past few months, and we must double efforts and have a problem. Rail must be delivered not only on time, but with plenty of time. Let no nosy hobbits interfere with your duty, and then let the searcher get to it. The ink will run, and no good to anybody. Well, we're not going to do that because... Oh, why did I accept the quest? I thought we weren't going to do that. The reason we weren't going to do that is because I don't want to run through... I guess this is a way to learn where everything is in the Shire. So it's a good quest to have. But now we need to talk to this guy, the Bounder.
What do you need?
So, you were sent my way, were you? Well, I've heard good things about you, and I'd be glad to help have you helping us out. Welcome, well met, well hired. Help out as many Shire folk as you can, and you'll rise through the ranks. Our cares may seem of small importance to others. The delivery of mail, the tasting of fine foods, the lighting of fireworks, but you and I know they are worth protecting. These peaceful ways are threatened, and danger can be found even throughout the Shire. Aid our people with their daily concerns, but if you travel to more distant villages, such as Needlehole, Overhill, or Brockenborings, bring a weapon with you. Bounder life is dangerous. On the borders of the Shire, and the further you get from Michael Delving and Hobbiton, the more likely you are to see combat. Thank you, Sheriff. Lord of the Rings Online is opposed to a robust cosmetic outfit system, so I guess you have to be level 6 to get outfits, which is accessible by opening your character panel and selecting the cosmetic outfits tab. You can choose an outfit, drag items into the cosmetic outfit slot, and toggle on the outfit for the world to see. The item will remain in inventory, but you can bank or sell the items. You now have the ability to ride a basic steed. You should seek out the Horsemaster at Hengstacer in Breland if you wish to buy your starter Bree horse or pony. After you purchase a mount, you may want to map the action of summoning it to a key. There's a keyboard shortcut called Dismount Remount located in Options. This shortcut will dismount any mount you might be riding. It also remembers the last mount that you successfully used and will remount it if it's used when you're not already mounted. Interesting, so I don't even need to have the skill equipped. Let's go find this. I can do a hobby now. Open your hobbies panel via the start menu under character. View the hobby panel to learn where the hobby master is located. You will want to visit the hobby master if you wish to learn more about hobbies or participate in a hobby. Middle-earth is a massive place. A map can help. Press the M key to open your map. It shows you where you are currently in the O world and where nearby vendors or maps are located. Okay. You have completed a deed. See your deed log for more information. You can access your deed log by accessing the start menu located in the lower left corner of the bottom bar. That was a lot of information dumped on us in the span of like 10 seconds or so. So I'm going to put that on. And what was I going to do? It said deeds were... There was a deed that was completed. Where's the deeds? I think they're under character again. Or no. What I was going to do was mount and dismount. Key mapping. Let me just search, maybe that might be better. Dismount, remount. There it is. So, what should we make this? We'll make this like the number 3, I think, over here. What? It's on another key already? Okay. What is using numpad 3? I don't see anything using numpad 3. Select nearest item. I'm gonna get rid of this. Oh, wait, control 1, control. Okay, cool. Spear, claw, blah blah blah. Oh, there it is. Numpad 3. What is using numpad 3? I don't see anything using it. I don't see numpad 3 here. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, and then I'm gonna go mount. There we go. So now I should be able to mount the steed that I was already riding and dismount. Nice. Makes it so much better. Cool. I did not know you could do that.
How do you do?
What's this? Dear, a letter from Circle Bacon says is not something you want to see. He's holding me personally accountable for his troubles in Breland. I wasn't even there. I've never even been outside the Shire, and now I'm supposed to pay just compensation to his family? But he took no harm, and was an archer of his own accord. I happen to know why I wanted to be mayor, do you? Because I seem to have forgotten. Interesting.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
So he probably gets swindled a lot out of his funds from the city, and he has to pay people like Mundo, because Mundo keeps telling him you need to pay me, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is, and it shouldn't be the case, but it is. Alright, I've thought about Mundo's demands, and I pay compensation for his ill treatment in Breland. So no, and I'm not going to do it. We simply cannot afford to pay money to satisfy a single hobbit for any experience that was his own fault to begin with. The Sacro Pegasus have never liked me either. I think it was one of them that started calling me flour dumpling after the roof of Town Hall gave way and buried me in chalk, you know. I don't mind when the sheriffs call me that, but from the Sacro Pegasus it is just too much. The time has come for me to take a stand. I will not be bullied by the Sacro Pegasus any longer. They can't push me around. I don't mind telling them that. Actually, I'm a little busy. Run along to Begend, north of Hobbiton, and tell Lobelia that from me, will you? Yeah, you seem a little busy, buddy. And I think you became mayor because you wanted to help the Shire. What is this?
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
So I think I come from the Harfoots.
Stay and have some tea.
Speak with Wilson Whitfoot, the Hobbit notary. What is this? Oh, it's telling. Oh no, I should have opened it earlier. Oh well. Because it just hit 12 a.m. Oh well. 1 day, 23 hours. Let's see what we got here. Alt right click, okay. Minimum level 7. I'm gonna put these up here. Ooh, Lucian statue, that's nice. I'll put this here. That's all I got, right? And this. Increase max power by 5%, 6 hours. Okay. I won't use that just yet. Let's talk to you then, notary. I think names are off. Yeah, there we go. Heritage of the Harfoots.
Good day.
Ah, the Harfoots. The Harfoots are the most prodigious hole dwellers and were the first to cross west into Eriador. Heritage of the
Stay and have
Fellhides.
some tea. A lovely day, isn't it?
Ah, Fellowhide. Lovers of trees and woodlands, the Fellowhides were the first hobbits to come to the Shire.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Where is it that you come from?
How do you do?
Ah, Stuart. Stuart was the last of the Hobbit kindreds to come to the Shire, certainly the last of the eastern marshlands of the Shire. Alright, cool. So the notary basically lets you tell everyone where you, or what your background is. Talk to Lobelia. I was just running through, not paying any mind to where I was going. Take a look at the map. Oh. Farms of the Shire, okay. Where am I? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. It's down this way. Look at these beautiful farms everywhere. Thank you for the post. I hope it was no trouble getting to Waymeet. It wasn't trouble. I just wanted to do it quick. Now I need to talk to Lobelia. I'm not doing a lot of these quests because I feel like they're all fetch quests here. And I don't want to waste my time with those. Or your time with those, I should say. Starting to get tired, unfortunately. As much as I would like to continue tonight for a longer stream, I won't. I think I'm gonna call it in, like, once we get to Lobelia and talk to her. I think I'm gonna call it for the stream for tonight. If you have any questions about Ashes and what's going on, please let me know in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer them based off of everything I've read so far. Yeah, just playing some Lord of the Rings online. Tomorrow I'll be able to stream it longer, and then yeah, tomorrow I should definitely be able to stream longer. What is this? Rare Matham Hunter's armor. I don't know what that is. Oh la 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 la. The Shire. Protected by the Dunedain. And it's Bilbo's 111th birthday. 111 years old, who would have believed it? You haven't aged a day. Oh, come now, Gandalf. It's like randomly quoting Lord of the Rings online. Or Lord of the Rings, I should say. Not Lord of the Rings online. What? Hello, Miss Sackville Baggins. Lobelia. Prologue. Flower dumpling stand.
How rude.
I heard about the troubles my nephew Mundo went through, but I assure you. I assume you're here with old Flowering's coin purse to repay us for Mundo's hardship. You're not? What is the nonsense? It doesn't have an ounce of sense in that fat head. I need help. Why do I need help, Silver? Please elaborate. But he'll regret it. I'll go to Michael Delving to see him personally and tell him in no uncertain terms what I think of him. What use is he as a mayor anyway? And what use are the Blounders for that matter? My nephew has gone through too much. And he was barely outside the bounds. Wow, Breland is way outside of the bounds. Lobelia, you need to look at a map. Would you like me to show you a map? Would you? Would you like me to show you a map? Would you like me to show you a map? Perhaps? Okay, I thought so. Alright. I'm going to call it a night here today. Thank you for dropping by to everyone that dropped by. Thank you for hanging out to everyone that hung out. Once again, the result of the poll on the YouTubes is the majority of people want something new for MMOs. So that's the result for today. I'm going to end the poll here. And yeah, I think everybody wants something new. There's 11 votes and the majority was something new. So it looks like the old school MMOs aren't doing it for a lot of you. And hopefully we do get a new one that's coming out soon or comes out in the future that scratches that itch. Yeah. I appreciate all of you hanging out with me tonight. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe or follow me on Twitch. And thanks for the stream, Lord Farquaad. That's hilarious. Thanks, Silver. And I will see you tomorrow in day 34 of the 365-day challenge. And we'll go from there. Thanks, everyone. Have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you for spending your valuable time with me. Appreciate it, as always. Bye for now.